All right, guys, so it's the day after the show at Goat Bar.
I'm getting to it. Getting to the money every night and day.
And we had a total of 6 people. Now, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't sound good. But there were 6 people that I didn't know from the ads that I posted. So, which is crazy, because, like, they clicked the link, they got a ticket, so, like, I gotta fix this camera, sorry, guys. They, they clicked the link, they got the ticket, and they showed up, and, we did our thing. It was crazy, man. It's like the crazy feeling to, like, open up the door at Goat Bar, and then they come in, and I check them. I have my list right here still, and like I'm checking them in to go to the show, and like it was just me. um, like I didn't have any help really with like the ad stuff, like a little bit from Michael, but like I just kind of set it up myself. And now I'm like, okay, so this is a good start. First comedy show there that I started. I started that show 2 months ago. The first show, I only had people I knew. It's like 9 people that me or somebody on the show knew. The second show, I was like, all right, I'm not having anybody or inviting anybody. I'm just gonna see how these ads work, if they work, right? So then from there, I'm like, okay, now I just got to figure out when to place the ads. I think what the issue was when I put it like a month before, I started like too far out, so I got to like maybe push a little further. And this time I'm not doing a flyer. I'm gonna do an actual video, almost like a commercial. It's like my homie told me, he's like, it's like, when they promote cereal, like they don't just like have a picture of the cereal box and then that's some music behind it. Like you actually see the product. So it's like maybe put a stand-up clip of somebody on the next show, and then you would just, have the flyer after it or before it, however you want to set it up. I'm going to run both of them that way. Either I'm going to put the ad in the front and then the ad in the back end and see how they do and see which one gets the attention of the people. And then position it a little later in the month, maybe a week out from the show instead of a month out. Because like it's free to go to the show. So if you click a ticket, like, you know what I mean? If you click for the ticket, like a month out, bro, like you're not obligated to go to the show unless you spend $100 on it, $40, $20, like, so I really gotta just put it at the back end of the show or the back end of the month before the show, like a week before. But other than that, the show was up and down. I did pretty good. I got them on my side, and they were jiving. And then I put up a couple people. It was just a little rough, and then it was just a, it's a small crowd. So small crowd shows are tough, man. They're very hard. They're very difficult to do. But either way, I got to run a better show. I got to try to get more people in there. I was, talking to a couple of the guys about like why don't we put this person on, because they bring a lot of people, and put that person on, bring a lot of people. Well, like at the end of the day, like if they bring people, that's cool. But like I'm trying to figure out how to get people in there that I do not know, that nobody knows. So I'd rather have 6 to 10 people I don't know instead of having, a bunch of people that your friends brought or a comic brought, and then it turns into a glorified bringer show. And the only reason like why it looks like it's packed is because you got a bunch of your comedy people on the show to bring their friends or whatever, the comics on the show. And it's like, that's not what I'm trying to run. I'm trying to run a show where I am in control of the ads and everything, and I bring people there every single month, either new people or people that I got their emails from previously in other shows. So I'm building an email list while trying to understand how to run a show. And I'm going to be honest, this time when I was setting everything up, a lot smoother on my end, I would say. As in, like the first show, I was like all over the place, just trying to figure out like what the heck was going on. There's just a lot going on. Now, this one, I was way more chill. Way more chill. And it started to, it came together. My confidence on stage was amazing. And It was good. I was doing my thing. So I just have to keep going and fine tuning and figuring out a way to get people to the show and not have your friends or comedy friends or even the guy who is running places like, why don't you just have the comics, like, if they come the Friday before for the open mic, why don't they just have them like $4 to get a drink the next day if you come? And it's like, I don't even want them to come, like, to be honest. Like, I really don't care. Like, I don't want the open mic comedy scene to show up at the show and just hang out and not order or buy anything for the club, for the bar, because at the end of the day, you're just taking up seats for the other people who could be there eventually, or walk-ins or something like that. So, and I would rather just have people that I got into the place from using the ads that I'm creating and that I'm trying to figure out how to place them better and use them properly. But yeah, that's really all I'm trying to do. Like, it's not really about money. It's more about just figuring out how to get tickets sold and how to sell tickets and how to, even though these tickets are freeze, but like, that's a whole nother animal. Like, all right, we figure out the free thing, but now what happens if you start charging $5 or $10 or 15 or 20? Like, how the heck do you do that? How do you, like, that means like, if when they spend five, it's like, they probably are okay with the shitty show. If they spend 10, it's like, all right, come on. 15, like, it's got to be okay. But when you get to that 20 range, you really gotta pull it together, man. You really gotta get it going. Damn, this camera is a hot mess. You really gotta get it going though. Like, you really gotta make sure you put on a good show. So we'll see what goes on here, man. I don't know yet. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm excited to see if I can make this thing work, man. I got no help from a comedy club. I got nothing. Like, if I let's say I went to like a comedy club like Wise Guys and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to run a show. All right, let's do this thing. Let's run a show." And they're like, "We're going to run a show with you." And then they pump out free tickets for you, right? So they have an email list. These comedy clubs, they all have an email list. And what they do is, "Hey guys, we got a free comedy show. Come through." So they don't care. They'll give like the headliner like a set price, and it's probably like either a local headliner or a headliner who can't sell tickets. They'll give him a set price of how much he's going to make, and then the club will make the money off all the food and beverage, basically all the drinks and all that. So like, if let's say I ran this show at a comedy club, like, it's almost like inflated stats if the place was full and they were just basically emailing everybody saying, "Hey, free show." Well, I don't get those emails. I don't get to understand how to sell tickets or anything. I just go up there and do stand up, which obviously I can't headline right now, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, the process of trying to figure out how to get people in the door. Well, if you figure out that process early with stand up, like, there's like, getting funny is just such a long journey. Like, if you could just figure out how to do all this little tiny stuff at the beginning, it's not tiny. It's actually some of the most important stuff, like just promoting yourself, being business, like just understanding, like, businesses in general and how to be a good person in the comedy scene that we're trying to rebuild my goddamn image because it's not the best. And well, I did crush somebody at dive bar. I mean, at dive bar, with Goat Bar on Friday, because he was heckling and I just went up there and smashed his face. I roasted this dude for so long. I think I talked about it earlier in this video, to be honest, but yeah, like, if I got the opportunity to go in a comedy club and do all this stuff, that's great and everything, but I don't learn anything really. Like, like, because they get all the tickets, they do all the selling. I just learned I do stand up. So, like, yeah, I get that benefit, but I'd rather do stand up and learn how to sell tickets and learn how to get people in the door and all that, and learn how to run a show and be a good host. And when the room dies off, bring people up. If a room dies off again, bring people up. If the room dies off again, try to bring them back. Like, that is a massive skill as a host to have. If you can do that, man, like, you can really get some important stage time out here. But other than that, man, it was I know you're probably thinking like 6 people at a show, that's trash, but it's like 6 people I didn't know, bro. Like, not like people who walked in. Like, people came from the ad that I set up. That's a huge step, man. I know it's little, but you got to take these little tiny victories, and then we're going to learn from the mistakes, take the victories, and we're going to try to improve the next show. That's the key, improving in the next show. If I can double it, man, if I get to 10, just give me 10. Give me 10 people. Just 10 people to come in there. I got Steven Marcus. He's headlining. I got Antonio Hernandez, Gizmo, and Matt Andrews and me. And I'll do 10 to 15 up top like I did last night. And then probably have Gizmo, Matt Andrews. Antonio's going to do 20 to 25. And then Steven will do 30 to 35. So that's it. That's basically it, guys. And we'll see how it goes. If I could just get 10 people. I don't even think I'm gonna promote it a little bit on social media, but I think I'm gonna do the same thing, where I just kind of put it all on myself and see if I could do it myself. You know what I mean? Just see if I can do it myself. Let's see what happens. But anyway, guys, I am about to charge this ridiculous Tesla, and I'm exhausted. It's a Sunday. I worked like 60 hours last week. I'm gonna work 72 hours this week, and go up every single night. And I'm gonna go up every night and do stand-up comedy. I'm gonna do it all because I don't care. That's what we do. We grind, and I work out every day. I don't give a fuck. We're out here grinding, baby. That's what we do. Gotta believe in yourself. Just a little belief. Just a little bit. 6 people right now. Maybe next year I'll have 60. Maybe the year after that, 600. Maybe the year after that, 6,000. Or 10 years. Or 20 years. Or I'll never get it. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. See what the fuck happens. Who cares? All right? Anyway, guys, I'm out. Thank you for watching the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love y'all. We out, baby.
You already know.